we, the students of VIT, are conducting a debate on beef ban. On this side, we have Karan, who is in support of beef ban. And on this side, we have Akshat, who is in opposition of beef ban. So Karan, why do you support beef ban?
First of all, our religious sentiments are hurt. Not even of Hindus, but of Muslims too. Therefore, I want a complete beef ban.
See, if this beef ban is completely based on religious reasons, and I believe that imposing something on people, on all the people in general, due to a religious reason, is not constitutionally right if it's being done in a secular country. Then the meaning of secular is violated if you impose a rule due to religious reasons. So I don't think that's right.
Okay, Karan, how do you counter his point?
Look, first of all, I am completely against of Hitler, but one of his points that actually impresses me about him was that he always believed in non-violence regarding animals. Always believed in non-violence regarding animals. Let me repeat. He always believed in non-violence regarding animals because he knew how important it is to continue that biological cycle in the environment. Therefore, once he passed a law in Germany that none of the animals would be slaughtered or illegally tortured in any sort, and even he turned into a vegetarian person, even being that brutal person who actually brutally murdered millions of people, millions of Jews, innocent Jews. He turned into a vegetarian guy because he knew the importance of biological cycle in the environment. Therefore, beef must be banned. And beef and cows or buffaloes are very, very, very important for our society. Therefore, it must be banned.
It may be important for the society, but exactly my point is that here the banning is done due to religious reasons. Like there are, you can see there are so many groups called Akshat Aggarwal and all those people. They are nothing. They are basically, they call themselves the guardians of religion. They are actually not guardians of religion. They are using this opportunity. They are talking about banning beef, but actually they are themselves selling beef in an illegal way and earning good money out of this because they want to ban it. Actually, they don't have any religious sentiments. And talking about religious sentiments, like cow, you can say cow is sacred to Hindus. So there are so many animals who are sacred to different religions, different cultural groups. So if all of them come ahead and say that okay, this animal cannot be slaughtered anymore. So, but this cannot happen. For other religion people, it's a normal food item. They do not pray it, the cow.
No. At this point, I'll have to say this point. I'll have to bring this fact to your notice is that first of all, in India, the beef ban was supported by Maharashtrian government's Shiv Sena and a lot of Muslim communities. Let me repeat, Muslim communities. It is not only related to our Hindu sentiments. Believe me, it's not only confined to Hindu religion, but it is also very good. It comes out to be very good in Muslim religion also. And believe me, it is. They also support beef ban. Muslims also support beef ban. Besides being a bit cruel towards some specific animals like a goat or a chicken, but they support beef ban. Therefore, in this, when we particularly talking about beef ban, then they support it because they first started it. And when we talk about the Gauraksha Sangh and that kind of stuff, then they personally, and I completely support a point that they do not belong to any religion or something. They are personally using it for their own purposes, and that must be banned in a different way.
These people are actually, they are not protecting the cows. These are local dons, and like they want to gain respect from the local people. They they act like they are the king of the area, and hooliganism and all those things are being done by those people in the name of cow protection.
Okay. Now let me ask you.
So this thing is basically causing a chaos. A lot of people are being killed. Recently in Uttar Pradesh, there's a village called Dadri. There, a lot of violence has taken place because that is a place of mixed communities. And you're talking about Muslims supporting beef ban. There may be a small segment of Muslim population that may support beef ban. I don't know why. But maximum people are against it, and that is what exactly all this fight is about. The riots that take place, that is between these two communities only.
Now let me ask you one specific and good question. Think practically. If there is a chaos in a village, then there might be a police to stop it. Then why is it not stopping it? Let me bring this to your notice. And once Maneka Gandhi, one of the most famous politician of BJP, she once got 200 to 300 complaints in supporting beef ban. Why? Because those complaints were in against of police, were in against of the politics, were in against of politicians who are not supporting beef ban, who are just starting up their illegal slaughtering businesses, illegal cow slaughtering businesses. The complaints were regarding it. The complaints were regarding their personal experiences. That once, let me bring this to your notice. As you talked about Uttar Pradesh, Dadri, then let me tell you about a village in Bihar. What happened there was one aged woman was brutally beaten up and brutally murdered in front of police, in front of village people. Why? Because just for a simple reason that the murderers wanted their cows. And to take their cows, they bribed police, they beaten up their whole family, and they murdered the aged woman. So this beef is not only creating chaos. This beef is creating bribes. This beef is creating murders. This beef is creating chaos everywhere. So it must be banned. If it is banned, listen to me. If it is banned in every part of the country, then they cannot bribe police. They cannot bribe anyone.
Beef is not creating a chaos. Note this thing. Beef ban is creating a chaos.
Yeah.
Beef
must be banned. No.
Beef ban is creating a chaos.
Okay, Karan, you said that Maneka Gandhi received some 200 complaints.
Yeah.
Like, what is the proof that these complaints were genuine?
The proof? They were genuine.
No, she could just make it up. Like
Why should it?
I can say I received so many complaints about something, but you have to have some proof that these complaints were genuine. These complaints were in fact complained by actual people who had faced some problems.
Hey, look. These complaints were actually genuine because after this whole media thing took place, they did check upon the records, the filed records. A lot of policemen were fired on the spot just for taking that bribe. Listen to me. I'll just repeat a point. What you just said. You told that beef ban is not creating a chaos, but beef ban is creating a chaos, but beef is not creating. That's right. That's what you said, right? But listen to me. If in that place, in that typical village of Bihar, what happened? Let me repeat myself. What happened was she was brutally murdered, and the police were bribed. All right. Police was not doing anything. All right. If at that particular place the beef was completely banned, then police had no right or in no way they could have saved that murderers. They would have brutally beaten up murderers and saved that little woman. Alright? The beef ban should be there. The beef must be banned.
The chaos is being created by beef. Now, let's take any example, any random example you see. Whenever you try to enforce something on people, that makes the people want to do it even more. It increases their urge to do something. If there's something and there's relaxation, there's more freedom, people will do it once, people will do it twice, they won't do it again.
Okay.
But if you enforce something, they will feel the urge to do something. So if you ban beef, the one who has to eat beef will eat beef whatsoever. He may have to pay more, he may have to do something that may be called illegal after the ban. But still, if he wants to eat beef, he will eat beef. So if you remove the ban, say a person owns a cow, and he is in support of beef ban, he's a Hindu, he owns a cow. So nobody is stealing his cow, slaughtering his cow.
It is happening, that's what I said. She owned that cow. She owned that cow, and she was brutally murdered in front of everyone. We have the proofs in the files. And the policemen were on the spot fired as the news came out to the commissioners.
She was murdered because she
was murdered. She was saving her cow from being carried away for a slaughterhouse, for legal businesses.
That thing is taking place in villages. People are not educated. If you don't have a beef ban, nobody is going to steal your cows.
Achha, okay, let me ask you a question.
I don't really agree with your point. Your point is that he was murdered because of the beef ban.
Because of the beef ban. If beef was banned.
If the whole point is
the villagers were attacking her, right? And the policemen just
saw.
that.
Just they were just standing and looking at the faces.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's the
that
policeman's
happened.
fault, man.
Because they were bribed. Because ultimately, listen to me. Ultimately, the fact is that as beef is not banned in every region of India, therefore illegal beef bans are taking place. Agreed. Illegal beef bans, illegal slaughtering houses are taking place. Agreed. So if we ban, then we are just directly closing that slaughtering house. We are closing them up, and as we are closing them up, therefore we are just closing their businesses. If we are closing their businesses, then we are actually just stopping them from doing this cruelty. And as we are stopping them from doing this cruelty, therefore they have no right to murder anyone. They have no right to bribe any policeman. All right, listen to me. And one more question, one more thing. Let me ask you a question. Am I allowed to murder you? Am I? Yes or no?
No.
All right. Do you have why am I not allowed to murder you? Who will stop me if I murder you right now? Tell me.
It is against the law.
It's against the law. Why is it against the law? Because it is against human rights. Don't you think animals have rights?
Why
Okay,
only cow? Why only cow?
Every look.
Why not any other animal? Okay.
But don't you think animals have rights? Aren't they allowed to live?
Okay, animals do have rights, but here we are talking only about
Cows.
Only cow slaughtering is banned.
Okay.
Beef ban.
Okay.
Why not any other animal? Why not pig?
Pig. Look, now let's again come to the facts. We accept pigs, flesh. We cannot use anything, right? Agreed? Except pig's flesh, we cannot use anything. But when we talk about cow, we can use their milk. We use a lot of other dairy products from them. Now let me bring this to your notice. In 1950, from 1950 to 1960, there was a survey done, and India was one of the highest exporter of milk and dairy products and other agricultural products. But now the present condition is that we are sixth largest importer of milk and dairy products just because of the illegal slaughtering of the cows.
Slaughtering is illegal only if you ban it.
That's what I'm saying. They are not banned, therefore we have become importer from exporter. Are you getting my point? I'm not getting my point. Now we have become an importer from being and one of the largest exporters to the world. Now we have become the importer. Because we are running out of cows. We don't have much cows left as compared to we had.
That
You're not getting
can
point.
happen with any natural resource. Any country will, at some point or the other, will become, will lack some natural resources.
Okay.
At some point in time, it will have to import it. At some point in time, it will get rich in that resource. It will start exporting it. That's business. That goes on.
It's not a business.
You cannot blame it on beef.
According to the statistics, we are running out of the cows. Cows, currently the status of cows are just like as tigers.
The country, okay, beef ban is prevalent here.
Yes.
In any other countries where beef ban is so much prevalent,
Yes, there are a lot of countries. There are a lot of conservative. I can agree on that point.
we are importing milk. We are importing milk.
Yes,
you're saying. We
yeah.
are importing milk. So
Yep.
in those countries, beef is not banned.
Yeah.
So how are they giving us
We
milk?
are not importing from only one country. We are importing from a lot of countries.
That's
lot of
what-
neighboring countries. A lot of neighboring countries. It's like to some extent we also export. It's not like that.
Exactly.
But
We are-
majorly, on major part, we are importing from like
We are
Bangladesh,
importing
from a lot of.
Okay, we are importing from so many countries that exactly it supports my point. From so many countries, most of them won't be having any kind of beef ban. So people there are consuming beef as well as exporting milk.
Okay, Karan.
No.
Okay, Karan. So for the, can you just name the countries which export milk to India? Some
Like
countries.
neighboring countries like Myanmar. Myanmar is the largest exporter to India.
Is
and,
beef banned in Myanmar?
Huh?
Is beef banned in
Beef is
Myanmar?
not banned in Myanmar because beef, consuming beef is not that happens on that larger scale as it happens in India. It's not a large scale
Beef
problem in Myanmar.
Beef is cheaper. It's a cheaper form of meat. A lot of people cannot afford expensive meat, so they depend on beef to satisfy their needs. So banning beef will be a bad thing for those people who cannot afford expensive meat than beef.
Okay.
So
both of
you
guys.
want
How do you plan to feed
you want those poor people to turn non-vegetarian from vegetarian, right? Because a
They
lot of
are
village people,
non-vegetarian.
no, they are vegetarian initially.
People are non-vegetarian, they consume beef. Now beef is banned. So they cannot purchase beef, they need to purchase some other form of meat which they cannot afford. So now where will they go?
Look, currently, except Kerala, Orissa, Andhra Pradesh, beef is banned everywhere. Everywhere. Now, if you illegally import beef, like look, for importing beef, what is the procedure? Let me tell you, let me bring this procedure to your notice. What is the basic procedure? As in Kerala it is not banned, in AP or in Orissa it is not banned. So, the cows from different parts where it is banned, they are imported illegally, bribing the train officers and everything. They are bring up, listen to me, they are bring up in the Andhra Pradesh or Kerala, and there they are slaughtered, they are brutally slaughtered. It increases the price of beef to 10 times. Therefore, it becomes one of the expensive meats of India.
That is because of beef ban. If there is no beef ban, there is no inflation. Beef is at its original price.
Ultimately, India's profit is badly affected due to import.
See, cows.
Because we were once the exporter. Now we are running out of cows.
Okay, guys. I'll just bring one point to your notice. Okay, we have leather. Okay. So what is the leather made of?
Skin.
Yeah, whose skin?
Animal skin.
And we're readily using it. So what's your take on that?
My take on that is look. Okay. Look.
The major part of
let me ask you one question. Let me ask you one question. On this note, let me ask you one question. Are drugs illegal?
Yeah.
Aren't they used in some of the medicines? Aren't they used? They are used. Similarly,
so that is not illegal. Drugs being used.
Drugs are illegal.
Drug is not. If I consume drugs, if I possess drugs, that is illegal. A pharmaceutical company using drugs, that is not illegal. It's a completely different thing. Drugs is a thing that is harmful to the human body.
Yeah.
People abuse that. That's called drug abuse.
Yeah.
Consuming beef is not beef abuse. You're not harming yourself by consuming beef. But by taking drugs, you're harming yourself.
But today, according to me, the major point is religious point. Look, basically, I belong to a Hindu family, and if I listen to such kind of news, it really adversely affects me. I doesn't feel good about it. If someone is illegally slaughtering or even legally slaughtering innocent cows, innocent animals, it really hurt my sentiments.
Why does it not hurt you when chicken is slaughtered and hen is slaughtered?
I am a Hindu and I am a pure vegetarian. It hurts me if any of the animal is slaughtered. Any of the animal. But when we are actually talking about chicken or mutton, it's basically, I don't know why, but I don't know the basic reason behind it, but it is related to their own past. It is related to their own religious past.
You are saying you have grown with chicken and mutton being readily available to you, but since cow was not readily available to you and you value it in your religion, so that's why you have a problem with it, right?
Basically, I have sentiments for every animal. Therefore, I'm today here. I'm in support of every animal. But I'm not talking about chicken or mutton because it is actually related to their religious past. And I'm not aware of their basic religious past, therefore I cannot comment on that part. But I can completely stand for beef and completely stand for cows. And I'm currently standing here for cows. It is actually creating violence among Hindus and Muslims. Because Muslims, on some level, they are consuming it. And it hurts our sentiments. And cows are related to our religions.
Beef is consumed by Muslims, beef is consumed by Christians, beef can be consumed by any random religion. There are so many religions.
Yeah.
Okay, in India, we know Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, Christian. Okay, but there are a number of religions. And many of them, most of them may consume beef, leaving some. So, if we start getting hurt by their sentiments, so basically what you're trying to say is that your emotional sentiments are being hurt.
Religious sentiments are being hurt.
Religious, you said you are hurt by because of animals being slaughtered brutally or something. So that is like your emotional sentiment is being hurt. If it is about any animal. Religion comes to play only when we talk about cow. But if you say that you are hurt by slaughtering of any animal, then it is just your emotional instinct.
Look, as I said, let me repeat, I'm Hindu, pure vegetarian. I have respect, I have emotional attachment to every animal, not only animal, to every human being. I am against of violence. Beef is creating violence in part. If someone is consuming beef, then he is look. If not an example, if you are pure Brahmin, pure Hindu Brahmin, if someone will consume beef in front of you or will perform any such kind of act, will you be hurt or not? You will be hurt.
I'll move away from there.
But what?
I'm the one being hurt.
Yeah.
So I'll move away.
But what if it is being happened? It's taking place in your locality, and you cannot move your house or your address. You cannot do that, right? It will hurt you. Why will you move it?
It will hurt me for some time. Like if I'm new to that place, I may get hurt. See, even I belong to a Hindu family. I may consume non-veg food, but even I don't consume beef. Personally, I don't consume beef.
So why do you do?
I think it is against my religion to consume beef.
No.
But still, means I'm not saying that nobody can consume beef. It's my problem. I cannot consume beef. I don't think it's right, so I won't consume beef. But that does not mean that I'll stop other people from consuming beef. They may be Hindu, they may be non-Hindus.
But according to the statistics, a lot of violence has taken place in past. They are even taking place now.
Ban. Violence takes place due to beef ban.
Violence is taking place so that beef could be banned. Violence is taking place because a lot of communities are being hurt.
Guys, this debate has gone for too long now, and it's time to end this. This debate has shifted towards religious sentiments and all, and it cannot be resolved so easily. So we'll let you decide. What do you think? Like, should the beef be banned or should it not be banned? Let us know in the comments.